Welcome to DMM Downloads. We are podcasting another conversation about DMM between Jeff Crabtree and me, Rudy Rivera. Jeff and I are teamed together in Northern Colorado in a ministry we call DMM NOCO. DMM NOCO is unleashing disciple-making movements in Northern Colorado, and we thought it a good idea to start a podcast as a way to bring awareness and resourcing to ordinary people who are passionate about making multiplying disciple makers in our natural networks. Thanks for joining us in this journey. We hope you get a DMM download from this conversation. Hey, Jeff.
Rudy.
We're back again, another download, and just closed out the kind of mini-series. That's what I called it, mini-series on pushbacks. Turns out we're still talking some about other pushbacks we're feeling, but we're going to turn away from that for a little bit to something that how'd you put it? Sometimes we talk around it. Maybe it seems like we're talking around it as we talk about disciple-making movements, Northern Colorado. We talk about the Great Commission, reducing lostness, but really, let's talk about the Great Commission. Let's put this front and center on the podcast, on the downloads, and kind of go directly there. So that's kind of our topic for today, this download, and I'm going to turn it over to you, Jeff, and you can take it where you think we should
Well,
go.
we've kind of said we finished up our pushback series, but maybe we really haven't. Let me do one more in the sense that we do get pushback in regard to DMM because it's a model or it's a pathway or it's a system. And so let's just pull everything back. And what is the heart of all of this? It's the Great Commission. Jesus died and was raised from the dead, hung out with his disciples before he ascended, and the last thing he said to them was a mission to carry on the mission. They were to be a part of that co-mission, and it was a command. Go and make disciples.
Yep.
Go and make disciples of all nations, pantata ethne, all ethnicities. And here's the point, is are we doing that? And you've heard my story and testimony. I was 40 years professional clergy, believed that I was. I mean, I knew the Great Commission, knew where to find it in my Bible, which a lot of people don't. I had exegeted it, I had preached it, I had taught it, but I had what DMM, if you will, that reality made me realize I wasn't doing it. I was building a tractional church. That's I got saved at kind of the beginning of the church growth era. So that's what I knew, but I wasn't, as I was going, make disciples. So what I'm doing, you're doing, what DMM does is prioritizes and elevates and focuses on the Great Commission. And you probably heard me say that, the 5 questions. Did Jesus say it? Did he mean it? Is it for us today? How are you doing? And then how are we doing collectively? And so the point is, we are now, I think, our 74th maybe, and maybe there's an assumption, or maybe we just felt like we needed to highlight it again and elevate it. Everything that you and I are a part of is, are we obeying, aligning with, living out the last thing Jesus said to his disciples then and his disciples now? As you're going, as you're living life, make disciples. So we just wanted to bring it back on and put it on the DMM download, that's the heart of everything. And as I've said to you, in light of that my call and purpose at this time is to help reduce lostness in Northern Colorado, which is the Great Commission. And from what I know, disciple-making movements is the best or the most effective way to do that. So elevating, putting on the marquee again of individual Christians, individual followers of Jesus, and local churches, we are to be going and making disciples.
That's a great thought. You know, I don't think I've connected this next thought. So if you want to, we can delete it off the podcast. We'll see where it goes. What's the ending of the Great Commission? And lo,
I'm with you always,
I'm with you always.
even to the end.
Even to the end. And I think of Jesus, okay, all authority's been given to him. He's the one giving the Great Commission. He promises, as we're going, make disciples, do all the things, and I'm with you through it all. I've always kind of heard those words as a bit of a comfort word. And I'm with you, son.
Right.
I'm with you the whole. But here's what just hit me.
Contextually?
What?
Contextually?
Yeah. But here's what just hit me. Like this download right now is I want to hear what you think of it. We've talked about this before. Jesus saw the crowds. So as we're going, Jesus is with us. And I wonder, I think he's wanting us to still learn from him.
Amen.
And he's saying, look over here.
Yep.
Look over here. See
Right.
that neighbor. See that person.
Absolutely.
See them through my heart, with my heart, with my eyes. Make disciples of those people.
Absolutely.
Jeff, I don't know if I've connected that. Maybe you have. You're a Bible dude.
No.
You love it. But yeah, I'm just curious. What do you think of that? Jesus is with us as we're going making disciples. Let that not be lost.
No.
It's not like, hey, go and make disciples as you're going. Go make disciples. Let me know how it goes.
Yeah.
He's with us.
Well, we're in him, he's in us. We're co-heirs, co-laborers, co-workers.
And his heart is for this.
Absolutely. He wishes no man to perish. He came to seek and save the lost. Well, we've talked about this a lot, Rudy, is that inadvertently, I think, at least my years of pastoral ministry, still in ministry, my whole life has been following Jesus, 48 years in professional clergy. Somewhere along the line, I think the average follower of Jesus, churchgoer, sees the Great Commission as optional.
Mm-hmm.
They don't see it as a command. They don't see it as entering in to the very life of Jesus, that Jesus is living their life through them. It's kind of an add-on. So if I want to go make disciples, okay, but it's like it's optional. And what we're trying to say is that we do not believe the Great Commission is optional. It was the last thing Jesus said to his disciples then and disciples now. Some say, well, that was just for them. Well, then I don't have time to unpack all of the Greek. Or contextually, lo, I'm with you always, that's contextual, is that we are to be making disciples. But somewhere along the line, we have bought into, in a Western culture by and large, and I'll take responsibility as a senior leader sometimes for all that, is people say it's not my job. We believe that's spiritual warfare, that there's spiritual warfare against the Great Commission because the enemy does not want us to go and make disciples. I'm just telling you, the world of darkness does not want every follower of Jesus to go make disciples. He doesn't. So it's become optional. It's not my job. It's an excuse. Or there's a million things we do. But are we doing the very thing that he asked us to do? I remember, and again, we go back to parenting a lot. We gave our kids sometimes some very clear instruction, what we want them to do. But if they went and did a bunch of other stuff and said, but yeah, look, you asked me to mow the yard, but I cleaned my room. Great, we're glad you did that. That's really good, but we didn't ask you to do that. We asked you to do this. So we're saying, again, with DMM, whatever, our lives, I told you, when I found DMM or found the Great Commission, again, is that I know which hill I'm dying on. If I can put it that way, and I'm a little older in my 60s, so I don't have the time frame everybody else does. I wish I would have had this understanding 30 years ago, but I want to align with the mission, the commission, the command that Jesus gave me, I think in the scriptures, Matthew 28, that I am to go make disciples where I live, learn, work, and play. Thoughts?
Well, I think I'm just I'm fixated on Jesus right now. I'm
Amen.
thinking, okay,
Jesus.
it's his words. I mean, like you're listening to me right now. You're listening to Rudy's heart, Rudy's ideas, Rudy's thoughts. We're reading Jesus's words in Matthew 28, and we're saying, this is him. Like it's not like disembodied from him. These are his words coming from his heart for his people for the sake of the world, right?
Absolutely.
And so I think, I mean, there's a question popping up on me. We're not going to have time to talk about it today, but maybe it's another episode. Jeff, how do we know? How do we know if we're aligning with the heart of God with Great Commission? Like in my old ways, I would have said this. Okay, did you take the class, our evangelism class, on how to share the gospel? Did you go out and share the gospel? How many people did you share the gospel with? And then here's the real kicker. If you're a really good student, how many of them gave their life to Jesus? Right? Which, okay, we can talk about that, unpack it sometime. But I think where I'm at today, it's more, there's something more about, are you embraced and moved and reshaped by Jesus's heart for the lost?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And then to our previous podcast, are you obeying? Are you doing it?
Sure.
You know, like we don't have to like put stats behind that necessarily, but like you and I both know, was this a good week in the Great Commission or not? You know, did we take opportunities as we were going? Did we not? Did we hear the voice of God and the heart of God? And did Jesus whisper in our ear, hey, I want you to talk? You've talked about that on the podcast. Hey, I want you to take a left here. Don't go right. I want you to go left on the walk. Why? Because he has a purpose for you, and he's wanting you to make a disciple as you're going that day on a walk. And so I think there's this living element that's hitting me today. It's not a dead command, put under glass, in case of emergency, break glass, take class, learn how to do it. I think there's something more living and active that's downloading today for me.
Sure. Good.
In the active work of Jesus, in the heart, his heart being implemented into the work of as you're going, make disciples.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I'm kind of rambling, but that's
That's
what's
great.
coming to mind. So
Yeah, it made me think if we could try to scale back and think about those early disciples. You know, they walked with Jesus, saw his life, saw his heart, saw what he did, saw the impact, saw the love of the Father. If you will, then he said for them to go and do it. Just do what I showed you to do. And we all know that, 11 out of 12 died a martyr's death. If that was just a ministry responsibility, they probably wouldn't have done it. When it got hard, when it was challenging, when they were to go to different places and they found persecution, is because they had encountered God through Jesus. They encountered Jesus, who was God, Son of God, Son of Man. But the point being is, when you get encountered by Jesus, you want to be like him. It's not like it's a duty as much as it is an opportunity. Because he is and he was, and this is who he was, I want to be like him. And so I don't want people to say that we're being legalistic. Oh, you're being legalist with the Great Commission. No, we're saying we've been encountered by Jesus at a new time in a new way in our lives, and I so love him that I want to do what he did. I want to do what he told me to do, because I do want to see God capture the hearts of broken men and women who are lost for this journey and for eternity.
yeah.
And so again, we just want to make sure that when we're looking at DMM downloads, and we talk about DMM, and there's a million different aspects about that, and thoughts and principles and values and pathways, we don't want it to be lost that everything that you and I are doing and saying and living for in the DMM downloads is with a focal point of elevating, prioritizing, putting on the marquee of our lives and our churches, go and make disciples, be co-laborers and co-workers in God reaching the lost through us.
Yeah, I think that's a good place to close. I think we are going to come back on our next episode, and we'll talk some more about the Great Commission. There's a few more things that are on our heart here, but yeah, Jeff, thanks for that. I really appreciate you. We're going to come back to the Great Commission. We're going to keep putting it on the marquee of our lives.
Amen.
Okay.
Thanks, Rudy.
Thanks, Jeff. Thanks, Jeff, for that engaging download. In DMM, we like to say that disciples are learners. I know I'm learning a lot from my conversations with you, Jeff. From all of us in DMM NOCO, we hope you got a DMM download from the conversation today. Don't forget to leave this podcast a review wherever you are listening online. If you found this conversation helpful, please head over to our site, dmmnoco.com, where you can find more content for your DMM journey, including a Self-Paced Habits of a Multiplying Disciple course. The course is designed to give you practical next steps to becoming a DMM practitioner and multiplying disciple maker. You can take that course for free at dmmnoco.com. We will be back next week with another engaging DMM download episode. Until then, may you hear from God through His Spirit and take simple steps of obedience in what you hear.